I'm back. I couldn't hear you because my phone got away left. You can't. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh. Well, there's a news break.
Some problems there, so maybe I'll just stop doing that. Anyways, if you can still hear me, here's our latest tornado warning. Okay, we've got it right here for you. We've got one up here for Sabine and Natchitoches County or Parish. And then we've also got one down here in Vernon Parish, Louisiana. If we flip over to Velocity, there's not a lot going on right now with these storms. It was actually a little bit more concerning, a little bit more impressive earlier as the storm was approaching Hornbeck, Louisiana. There's a decent little velocity couplet over here, but thankfully no damage reports coming in just yet. Now we've got really strong winds, though, getting ready to come into, what is that, Kissachee, Kerwood, and Alco, and we've got a little bit of rotation down here moving into Savage Fork, Louisiana, but thankfully nothing crazy, nothing wild at this very moment. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see if this works. Take us to the most recent severe thunderstorm warning. Oh yeah, that worked. That worked. Okay. So here's the most recent severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be for Crossett and Bastrop and Wilmot over here between Arkansas and Louisiana. The mic was great the whole time. All right. Well, I'll keep an eye on it. I do know that there is some it can mess up. So if it does, just holler at me. We've got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning in place right now for places like Monroe, Louisiana. This is where we've got 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and small hail possible over the next hour or so. You can see the really impressive line here near Farmerville, moving over towards Marion, Sterlington. Interstate 20 between Ruston and Monroe is a pretty bad place to be right now, I'd say. You wouldn't want to be there. We've got storm chaser Corey Gherkin out here in Monroe. So he'll be able to give us a firsthand view of that before too long. And let me see if this works. Take us to Corey Gherkin, Coreygerken.
Got it. You're now tuned in to Corey Gherkin's camera in Monroe, Louisiana, from Ryan Hall, Yulls Network.
All right, so yeah, we can quickly find Corey there. We've got other storm chasers in play as well. Storm chaser Caleb Beecham is out there near Rayville, and we've got Brad Arnold. Who else? There's a lot. Brett Adair is out there, Jordan Hall, and then also thanks to the awesome State Department of Highways, whatever you want to call them, in both Louisiana and Mississippi, we've got an expansive amount of traffic cameras to tune into as well. So that's what we're going to be doing here. And let's get you updated on these tornado warnings again. There is a tornado warning that's going to expire in a minute here for Vernon Parish, but that has been replaced by this larger one that's going to last for the next 16 minutes that once again does include Leesville and Simpson. Okay, Leesville and Simpson. And what do you got, y'all bot?
Hey, Ryan, a new storm report just came in. At 12:09 p.m., a 59-mile-per-hour wind gust was recorded at Toledo Bend Dam in Newton County, Texas, according to KFDM Messenet.
So that just now came in from the storm that I'm talking about. So even if we don't have a tornado ongoing with this, Leesville, you're about to get at least 59 mile per hour wind gusts as that report came in just to your west as a result of this same storm system that we're talking about right now here, okay? And then we do have a tornado warning that goes as far north as up here into Natchitoches Parish, I believe. This goes all the way over towards the Bayou Community Village. And this is also going to be radar indicated rotation. We could have a tornado trying to come out of the storm anytime. If we look at velocity, we don't see anything terribly concerning, but there is some rotation right here around Kissimmee, Louisiana, and so we want everybody out in front of that to get to shelter, right near Kyle, over towards Mink, Gorham. All you guys are in the path of this pretty strong storm here, okay? All right. Test, test, test. Okay. Test, test, test. Hey, Badger, thanks for being here. And looky here, Lee Hyde's been here for 47 months as a high risker. Says, wow, 47 months. I can't believe that. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Lee. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously. 47 months? Are you kidding me? All right, let's take a look at some of these cameras. Oh. Daggone it. Forgot to update that. Hold on. Live production, no big deal. You guys have seen it before. Chaser. Does that work? That's good enough. We'll do it. We'll deal with it. We'll do it live. Anyways, oh yeah, that does not work that great. Yes. Well, we can deal with that, I think. Yeah, I think we can deal with that. This is a live look from Caleb. This is Hazcams in Leesville, Louisiana. We got another one in Jenna, Louisiana. And just look at how fast the clouds are moving. That's one of the big things that we're going to be keeping an eye on today. We're going to have a very strong low-level jet, and usually we have to wait for the sun to go down for that to really take effect. But today, we're going to have a strong enough low-level jet to produce strong tornadoes, even during just the prime heating of the day, which might actually be supportive for even stronger tornadoes. So that's something that we're keeping an eye on. Thank you. Thank you, Gen X Pop. Is anything going to happen in Missouri? I'm in St. Louis. Yeah, there's going to be some stuff that happens in Missouri, but it's not going to be as, I guess, intense as to your north and to your south. So right now, this is a broad look at the United States. We do have cameras, or I'm sorry, blizzard warnings in effect right now for lots of Iowa, up into Minnesota, back into Nebraska. And we will try to cover this aspect of the storm as well today. It looks like Carl Hobie is maybe a storm chaser that we could pull from eventually up here. Yeah, we've got all of these blizzard warnings in effect, as this part of the storm is going to cause a lot of problems in Nebraska, Iowa, and Minnesota later. And in northwest Missouri, we could have a blizzard as we go into the night, to the early morning hours tomorrow. Southern Missouri, it's mostly just going to be a windy rainstorm. And same thing for central Missouri. I wouldn't worry about anything from Jefferson City to St. Louis all the way down to the Arkansas border. So really, only if you're in Kansas City points north do you have anything to worry about. And even then, we're talking about a daggone blizzard here. And it looks like it's going to be somewhat of a brief blizzard. Most of the heaviest impacts are going to happen to the north of that. Thank you, Chad. What about Lafayette? Yeah, we'll talk about Lafayette. Lafayette, Louisiana. You guys are honestly probably in the danger zone today. Oh, let me show you the daggone Storm Prediction Center Outlook. Have I not done that yet? Here we go. SPC Outlook, you can see it twice, once above my head and once over here. We've got an enhanced risk from southern Arkansas all the way down into the panhandle of Florida. This is driven by a wind risk and also a hatched tornado risk. We've got a 10% hatched risk of potentially strong tornadoes. This does include Lake Charles. This includes Lafayette, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Gulfport. It includes Mobile. It even almost includes Pensacola. This includes Hattiesburg. This includes Brandon and Jackson in Mississippi. So this is what we're live for today. And we might go live tomorrow. We've got a pretty big enhanced risk of severe weather from Virginia Beach down to Charleston, South Carolina. Tomorrow will be much less of a tornado day. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's going to be a straight line damaging wind day. If anything.
How dare you?
But we can't rule out tornadoes, that's for sure. And if it looks like we need to go live, we will. All right, the rotation looks like it might be trying to pick up on this storm over here. Maybe not. It's not happening yet. But watch this. You see that little bend right here? But what we're looking at is the velocity signatures, right? We're seeing inbound winds coming into the storm like this, and we're seeing those outbound winds coming out like this. If the outbound winds can kind of push the inbound winds in like this, and they can wrap around each other, a lot of times that can lead to a tornado in a storm like this, and the overall structure of the storm has that look. You see? So I'm watching this one, and I'm, somewhat concerned about our folks over here towards Mongolia and Chopin. And then, of course, we continue to have a tornado warning down here for Leesville, Missouri. But it looks like the actual concerning part of the storm, the rotating part of the storm, is now outside of the warning polygon down here near Fort Johnson and Fort Polk. I'd watch this right here as it moves on up towards Simpson. And the radar site here near Hicks. That is, it's pretty concerning looking signature there. So take shelter right now if you are in. Let me see the full text here. Vernon Parish.
This guy's like, what are you doing? Who is just talking and this team members with me?
Hey, Ryan. A new storm report just came in for Farmerville, Louisiana. At 12:10 p.m., public reports indicated thunderstorm wind damage, including 3-inch tree limbs snapped and broken power poles.
So you heard that there. We got a thunderstorm wind damage report coming in from Leesville. So that means that you guys in Sterlington and Bastrop, Louisiana, that same thing's coming for you. So we've got 3-inch tree limbs broken down back here, and that's moving once again towards Sterlington and Bastrop. This is likely going to cause similar damage as it comes over towards you, okay?
Hey, Ryan. A new storm report just came in from Canton, Texas. Emergency management reports thunderstorm wind damage at 7:50 a.m. with trees down on houses in Canton and numerous trees down across Van Zant County.
All right, so the reports are coming in right now. Honestly, our biggest storm, I think, is the one that's going through Leesville right now. We've got the tornado threat with it, and we also have just the general severe thunderstorm threat. We've got 70-mile-per-hour winds potentially moving into places like North Fort Polk and then also Hicks. So make sure you guys are prepared for that as we go forward. This is Beauregard and Vernon Parish in Louisiana.
Somebody messed up with Mother Nature today. Holy crap. That thing has got major inflow.
All right, if there's anything else you need, just let me know.
That thing needs to be rewarned ASAP. Holy mother.
just waiting for the stolen vehicle to pass by.
I see a hook. Yeah, that storm is looking. I mean, it's there. It is.
There it is.
It's got a new tornado warning for it. So
a
we
new
just
tornado
got a
warning
new
has been
tornado
issued.
warning for Rapides and Vernon Parish in Louisiana for the rotation that we've been keeping an eye on here. Yalba, enable all cameras. Just want to make sure we're keeping an eye on this the best we can. Doesn't look like we have a storm chaser very close to this. Hascam's number 27 is just past it. But the big rotating area right now is near North Fort Polk and Fort Polk. It's not necessarily a tight area of rotation, but it looks like it could become one here soon, and it's coming right up towards LeCamp, okay? So y'all get ready. This is heading right towards the KPOE radar there. Additionally, some other places we've got to be concerned about. We've got some vulnerable housing out here at the Hunter Camp campground. If you know anybody over there, let them know what's on the way. We've also got some schools out here in the path: Hicks High School, Simpson High School, and Oak Hill High School. Take shelter now. You're under a tornado warning for the next 35 minutes. The National Weather Service has indicated the radar. Well, they've indicated rotation via radar. Okay. Mr. Andy, he'll be joining us soon. And in fact, you know, he was telling me that they was going to issue this warning long before they did. So, you know, we'll get that magic live on the air here soon. Yalba, what do you got to say about this?
Let me emphasize some specific locations in the path of this storm that may be recognizable to locals. We have a tornado warning in effect for parts of Louisiana where radar has indicated rotation. This storm is moving at 226 degrees at 50 knots and could impact several vulnerable areas. First, Hunter Camp, a campground, is at extreme risk. If you are in a mobile home, seek sturdier shelter immediately. We also have several schools in the warning area: Oak Hill High School, Polk Elementary School, Simpson High School, Hicks High School, South Polk Elementary School, North Polk Elementary School, and Northwestern State University of Leesville. These institutions may have students present depending on the time of day, so it's critical to secure safe places for everyone. The Chesser Dental Clinic, a healthcare facility, could see significant damage, so any patients or staff need to follow safety protocols.
That's pretty
the Fort
detailed.
Polk Movie Theater is another location in the path of this storm,
Dang,
which may have
Yalba.
people gathered inside. Finally, the Slagle Senior Citizens Center must take immediate action to protect its attendees. Flying debris can be deadly, and damage to buildings is likely. Take cover now in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building and avoid windows. Stay safe and remain alert for further updates.
So that was pretty detailed. I'm testing out a lot of different stuff with our automated location lookups there. So, but like that, you know, that was good. If you're just now tuning in, though, what's happening here is we've got a tornado warning for Rapides and Vernon Parish in Louisiana, and there is some rotation coming together here that looks pretty concerning. So we're keeping a very close eye on this, and man, correlation coefficient looks even more concerning here.
Holy!
I would just about bet that we might see an update to this warning. We might have a tornado on the ground here.
Oh man!
And once again, this is coming
There it is.
towards the radar.
This tornado warning has been upgraded.
Yeah, there
New
it is.
information.
tornado
This
warning.
tornado
Upgraded.
warning has been upgraded.
All right, so we've got an observed tornado warning now. We've got an observed tornado warning for Rapides and Vernon Parish in Louisiana. Whenever it came through and it said this tornado warning has been updated, how was the volume on that, y'all? That sound okay?
All right.
Volume's fine. Okay, good.
Oh yeah, we got a tornado.
All right, so right now the tornado is on the ground right here. If you're just now tuning in, we got a tornado on the ground, and it's right in this vicinity right here. And it's going to continue to move to the north and east. We are currently looking at Rapides and Vernon parishes in Louisiana. Pretty rural area out in front of it. But we do have a pretty, there's a lot of places out there that could potentially be impacted. And I want to make sure that we've got everybody in their safe spots right now as this comes up towards you. This is near the Mill Creek Cemetery at the moment. In fact, it's likely right between the Shugart Gordon Park and the Mill Creek Cemetery right now. It's going to be moving up towards the, the Margaz Training Village next. And then we are concerned about our folks over here between Geronimo, Gator Pond, and the Forgiving Warrior Spirit Wall. So I don't even know what that is, but this is an extremely rural, like foresty kind of area. It is, if it continues to go along the path that it's on right now, though, it will eventually make it into the tiny community of Sieper. Okay, so we need everybody in Sieper, Louisiana, to take shelter. So, and here's another thing. We had the debris signature right here, and then it got a little bit larger right there. That most recent scan, the one that just came in 1 minute ago, is a little bit less concentrated. You see how it's larger? That might mean that it's letting up a little bit. Also, the velocity doesn't look quite as impressive. So if I scroll this back a little bit, you can see right there, that's when the tornado touched down south and east of North Fork Polk. Picked up some debris, and it likely very quickly dissipated. However, this is a pretty dangerous situation because this kind of storm can very quickly produce another tornado, and if it does, it's going to happen under the radar here. So whenever the storm's inside of this vicinity, we're really not going to be able to see it that well because we're going to get a lot of contamination and a lot of artifacts due to just being really close to the radar beam. So even though we got some indication that the tornado might have briefly lifted, we don't want to assume that's going to be the case here for all of our folks that live in the path, and we want to keep you in your safe spot, especially if you're there near Hicks, LeCamp, or Leander. This is coming right for you, okay? We've got one tornado warning right now, and it's that observed tornado warning. We've also got a severe thunderstorm warning, a considerable severe thunderstorm warning up here farther to the north. That includes places like Monroe. So get ready in Monroe for potentially up to 70-mile-per-hour winds. We've also got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for places like Olla and Clarks. This is for Caldwell, Grant, Jackson, and in those parishes in Louisiana. Kendrick Nelson says, I'm in Fort Johnson. We just got hit. Keep us updated. Fort Johnson and the Fort Polk area is right around where we were watching that velocity couplet form together. Haven't gotten any official damage reports in just yet. However, I would not be surprised if right in here we start getting some, because there was definitely a tornado on the ground there. And I want to emphasize once again that we don't know for sure, that we don't anymore. So we need everybody to stay in their safe spots. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see this as it goes under the radar beam here. Y'all, but what's my closest camera?
There's a chaser camera just 19 miles away in Rapides Parish, Louisiana. It's the first out of 14,091 available.
What's my second closest?
The next closest camera is a general one, located 43 miles away in Leesville, Louisiana.
All right, thank you, Yalbot. So yeah, we don't have a lot of camera coverage right here, but we do have, we've got great radar coverage because we're right underneath it, but I do think that there's a pretty good chance that this is still lifted. But we're staying in our safe spots just in case. Man, look at the amazing detail we're getting because the rotating part of the storm is going to go right over the radar. So you can very clearly see all of the elements that go into tornado genesis here. You've got all the warm, moist air coming up into the storm like this. You can see the rain-cooled air wrapping around the back of the storm here, all culminating on one area where a tornado just formed not too long ago. Can we still see the debris? Yeah, we can still see some of the debris in the air. So this could still be on the ground. Like whenever we get really close to the radar like this, we're in some pretty weird radar territory. So you can't always trust what you see. So once again, I'm assuming this is still on the ground. Let me copy those coordinates here. And get an update on exactly where that is. So we're still in a very, we're in a very, very rural zone, but we're getting closer to places like LeCamp. So hopefully everybody in LeCamp is in their safe spots. Hopefully everybody in Leander, Clifton Crossing, all these places are sheltered right now in Louisiana. Yeah, as the storm gets closer to Alexandria, we'll have a lot more ways to see it, if that makes sense. Still no official reports, no official tornado reports, but there's lots of, there is some damage coming in. So Yalbot, do you have something from Vernon County or Fort Polk?
Hey Ryan, a new storm report just came in for Fort Polk, Louisiana. At 12:24 p.m., thunderstorm winds caused damage, breaking 1-inch tree limbs and blowing shingles off roofs. Report came from the public via MPing.
Okay, so that's associated with the tornado.
A new storm
warning.
report just came in for Fort Polk in Vernon County, Louisiana. At 12:27 p.m., a thunderstorm wind gust of 70 miles per hour was recorded by AWA station KPOE at Fort Polk.
Yeah, so this is an incredibly dangerous storm. We now know that we had a tornado down at one point, and we've got 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts being reported. I want everybody to know that even if we no longer have a tornado on the ground here, right here, this part of the storm is likely still producing 70-mile-per-hour winds as it goes into the more rural areas of Rapides and Vernon parishes in Louisiana. This is mostly south of LeCamp. This is mostly north of Fullerton, but if you're in Leander, Cora, or Affman in Louisiana, you've got to take shelter. This is an incredibly dangerous storm here. Kendrick says, I couldn't see the tornado, but we could hear it. There's some damage to homes. Buildings on base are fine. Cosmic, thanks for being here. As long as you're okay, Kendrick, are you okay? Is everything good at your place? I'm assuming so because you're messaging us, but let us know. Arkansas is good for right now. There are some storms in southern Arkansas. We've got
hey Ron, it's Brad. When you have a second, let me know.
In Drew and Lincoln counties in Arkansas, Monticello, you guys are getting ready to get in on some 60-mile-per-hour winds. There's a stronger storm that's also impacting some parts of Arkansas over here, closer to Wilmot, Hamburg, and Montrose. These are 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let me zoom way out here to show you a more general view of what's going on. Man, there's a lot of storm chasers out today. All the little red dots are storm chasers. But yeah, so most of the storms are way down here in southeastern Arkansas. Most of Arkansas is fine. We're just going to have some gusty wind showers for the rest of the day. The threat area now is going to be right in through here for the rest of the day. And that was Brad Arnold, I believe. Let's check in with Brad. Go ahead, Brad.
Hey, I was going to let you know kind of my game plan for the day and what I thought about the setup. Right now, I'm dropping south towards the Port Gibson, Natchez, Mississippi area. I'm hesitant to cross the river just because these storms are moving so fast that it's going to be really hard to keep up with them if you get caught back behind the river. So obviously, you've got the line back there that we're watching that has the confirmed tornado on it. So that's the one I'm going to be targeting first. Also keeping out on these storms that can go out in front of it possibly to see if we can get one that stains as a prefrontal cell. So just try to stay a little bit further east. That's not why I'm over in Louisiana yet. But these storms are moving so quick that they'll be on us really, really quickly. So just wanted to let you know, and as soon as I see something, I'll let you know, and you let me know if you need anything.
All right, so that's an update from Storm Chaser Brad Arnold, who we will pull up here momentarily. Backroom, you got to refresh your program. You're lagging big time. Might need to do a clear all or something. We've got a new severe thunderstorm warning. Take me to that most recent severe thunderstorm warning. All right, so a pretty big one coming together here in south central portions of Louisiana. This is going to cover pretty much everybody in Acadia, Allen, and Beauregard parishes. Get ready for 60-mile-per-hour winds and a tornado possible. You see the little tornado possible tag down there? That is what we're dealing with over the next hour for DeQuincy, Reeves, Oberlin, Glen Mora. Get ready. See. Yeah, what was Brad's audio like? Was it good? When does it get into West Tennessee? Later. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal over there either. But I can show y'all the simulated radar, the future simulated radar here if you are interested. Hopefully this works. Yeah. All right, so here we are about right now. Storms are going to get stronger this afternoon and evening. We're concerned about the isolated nature of them down here in southern Mississippi and Louisiana especially. And then we've got a pretty strong line of storms that's going to be coming through northern Mississippi. Now, I think areas like Memphis, for example, we're going to have some gusty winds. I don't think it's going to be that bad, though. It could actually be a pretty intense storm for Nashville later tonight. But we're talking about winds, all right? We're really not talking about it like much of a tornado threat. I think that we're likely going to have 40, 50 mile per hour winds, even without thunderstorms tonight in Nashville. And if you throw a decent squall line in there that's able to take some of the low-level jet and funnel it down towards the surface, you could easily see some damaging winds in places like Nashville tonight, Huntsville, Alabama, Clarksville, Tennessee. You might be just north enough to escape some of the wind problems, but it's still going to be, a pretty windy night. I think we're going to see widespread power outages through the Tennessee Valley, either as a result of the storms directly or as a result of the general gradient winds that are associated with this powerful storm. Look at this thing. I mean, it puts you in mind of a hurricane. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see the swirl so clearly. This is close to record-breaking strength as far as a low-pressure system goes in March. So it's It's going to be honestly a crazy textbook satellite signature that we're going to be able to see later. Yeah, the winds are getting pretty gnarly out there tonight in Tennessee, northern Alabama, even into northern Georgia. I think the winds will continue to be a problem in Chattanooga and Knoxville, but the storms will be less of a problem. So, like, we're really going to see a massive weakening of the storms the closer they get to Atlanta, for example. There is going to be another pulse up, though, of some stronger storms tomorrow as they go through South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, into the Delmarva area. We might even see some storms in Pennsylvania in the cold core section of the storm. So this thing's going to be interesting for its entire duration. Still got an observed tag on this tornado warning. So hopefully everybody out here in Sieper and Lewiston is still in their safe spots. Go ahead, Caleb.
Yeah, Ryan, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I just wanted to give you a quick update from my position. So I'm dropping south right now towards Natchez, Mississippi, with the intention and the kind of expectation that that cell that's been producing that observed tornado may continue to be a little bit more isolated from that line. You can see on radar that big kink that it's created. So with all that open air that's to the south of it, it may allow for it to be able to recycle and try and produce something else. So I'm going to move into a little bit better of a position to hopefully intercept that should it try to do something else in the near future. And if not, we'll just continue going south along this line as it continues down. And it also might end up taking us all the way over to Louisiana or over towards Nashville, New Orleans tonight. Sorry. A little bit of jumble on words there. And we might end up kind of seeing the effects that this storm might have on Mardi Gras this weekend. So we're going to be heading down there throughout the day. And obviously I'll be here to give you guys updates as the day continues.
Awesome. Thank you, Caleb, for the update. And then go ahead, Yalbot.
Hey, Ryan, a new storm report just came in. Thunderstorm wind damage reported at 11:35 a.m. near El Dorado, Arkansas. A large tree was uprooted onto a house at the intersection of 6th Street and Callion Road. Stay safe out there. Hey, Ryan, a new storm report just came in from Union County, Louisiana. At 11:40 a.m., emergency management reported thunderstorm wind damage about 3 miles north of Spearsville, with trees down, including one blocking Highway 3121.
All right, so basically what we're seeing here is just a bunch of new reports coming in for this part of the line. So the part of the line that's about to come into Monroe it's damaging. All right, we've got the reports to prove it. So yeah, do we have any? Chandra, you got any of the cameras in Monroe up? Because we're about to see the storm go through Monroe here. Monroe, Louisiana. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, so get ready in Monroe for potentially up to 70 mile per hour winds over the next little bit. We're going to see that come into West Monroe first here in just a couple moments, and then it'll go over towards Richwood, and then eventually even farther east towards Rayville and Collinston. Yep, Andy is going to be here today. That's right, Seeking Truth. Ryan, what are your thoughts for North Central West Virginia tomorrow? I don't have a lot of thoughts, honestly. It's not looking that interesting over there. Some gusty winds, especially if you're in the higher elevations. Yep, we've got a blizzard on the way for lots of people in Iowa, Nebraska, up towards Minnesota and Wisconsin. Can we get a Y'allbot app too? One day. We're working on it. It's not ready yet. It's still a little weird. I'd say if it does a couple of live streams with me this year, we'll get it ready. Ryan, what are your thoughts for Middle Tennessee? It's going to get windy tonight. Not a lot of severe weather threats other than the wind. I think that's the main thing that we've got to be worried about over there. Next major population center in the path of a significant storm here is going to be Alexandria, Louisiana. Hopefully everybody up there is getting ready. Looks like it's going to be a pretty significant storm for you guys. Good evening, Anders. Oh, did we get a new SPC mesoscale discussion? We sure did. We're about to get a new tornado watch. New tornado watch needed soon that will include most of central and southern Mississippi and a lot of eastern Louisiana. The greatest supercell tornado threat is going to include Baton Rouge, Lafayette, up to Natchez, over towards Hattiesburg. So that purple highlighted area, that's going to be where we are most concerned about potential tornadic supercells. And yeah, that's what you're seeing starting to pop up on radar here. Storm's still coming through Monroe right now. Once again, 70-mile-per-hour winds possible. That's going to be moving towards Rayville. Additionally, Highway 165 is about to get slammed by 70-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail here over the next hour or so between Pollock, Georgetown, and Alla and Clarks over here in Louisiana. Alexandria, once again, you guys are in line for potentially some 70-mile-per-hour winds as well. Yep, Wolf's Den. That's pretty much all I can tell you right now. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds. I am concerned about the part of the storm that was producing a tornado earlier is technically en route to Alexandria. So we've got to keep an eye on that. But right now it's pretty tame. It doesn't look as much like a tornado producer as it did, but that could change as it gets closer to Alexandria. So we're keeping an eye on you guys, and also everybody in between, from Lewiston to Castor Plunge up towards Pineville. So y'all get ready in Alexandria. Chandra, can you mute? Steve, thanks for becoming a member. Oh, let me try this out. A lot of people are asking about locations. I don't know where they are, but maybe someone does. Y'allbot, are you still there?
I'm right here. What can I help you with?
Take me to Boyce, Louisiana.
All right, we're in Boyce, Louisiana. What's next on our agenda?
Thank you, Y'allbot. Okay, so that makes that a lot easier. Okay. I see. Boyce. Is that how you say it? Boyce, or is it Boise? Yeah, well, anyways, I know why you guys are asking me to look at the radar. It's because you're getting some wind and some rain right now. You're in that severe thunderstorm warning that we've been talking about. You're under a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. That means that the damage threat is considerable, right? And this is what we've been talking about. 70-mile-per-hour winds coming in, potentially some small hail as well, but the main thing is going to be wind. It'll last for the next 30 minutes or so. The tornadic part of the storm is to your south, okay? They did
a new tornado warning has been issued.
A new tornado warning to the north of Boyce, as there is a new rotational area right here, but that is now past the town of Boyce. Okay, is now past the town of Boyce. So they just now issued the warning for that. I see why we took our attention over here. So right now they just now issued that. Radar indicated rotation. No official reports of a tornado. It just looks like there might be one on radar. And this is going to be for LaSalle and Grant parishes in Louisiana. Once again, if you're in Boyce, the tornadic threat is both north and south of you. Right now, you're just getting in on the big time winds that are associated with this. But we've got to watch this right here very closely because it does look a little suspicious. Magnolia Park, Rock Hill, get ready. Northwest Iowa, thanks for being here. Yeah, this includes Magnolia Park, Prospect, Sims, Pollock, and Fishville. I can get a couple more detailed locations as well. Not a whole lot of stuff in that direct path here. We've got the South Grant Elementary School. Everybody at South Grant Elementary School over here near Magnolia Park in Louisiana needs to take shelter. Also, the Creola police station. I'm assuming that's just the town of Creola here between Timber Trails and Grays Creek. You guys need to take shelter as well, as we just saw this area of rotation come together right over Boyce, Louisiana. And now it's moving farther to the north and east. So once again, everybody in this town over here in Boyce, Louisiana, you need to remain in your indoors, but you're not under a tornado warning right now. I want to make sure we clearly state that. Take me to that most recent severe thunderstorm warning. Take me to the most recent severe thunderstorm warning. All right, so we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning up here for Monroe. 60-mile-per-hour winds possible, tornado possible. Additionally, an even newer severe thunderstorm warning just came in farther north from that. This includes Wilmot, Parkdale, and Portland. Let's zoom out so everybody can see what's going on here. We've got a lot going on right now. But the main story is we've got some very strong storms down here in the deep south. That's where our severe thunderstorm warnings are coming through. That's where we've got our tornado warning down there. All these little red dots are storm chasers. But back here on the backside of the storm, we've got all of this blue. That's snow starting to fill in right in through here. And then the orange polygons are actually blizzard warnings. So you're under a blizzard warning in Des Moines. You're under a blizzard warning in Fort Dodge, Iowa, Mason City, all the way up just about to Minneapolis. We're going to have a blizzard, and then all the way down into Kansas City as well. There's going to be a very impactful blizzard mostly tomorrow. And once again, we've got a radar indicated tornado warning for Grant and LaSalle parishes in Louisiana. By the way, I'm being told that we lost the Alexandria traffic cameras. Are they still down? We might already be seeing some power outages up there as the storm that just went through Boyce might have caused some problems there. Also, Chandra, check in on Jordan Hall. He's in that town. Just
hello, Mr. Hall.
What
Brett Adair.
Brett Adair. Go ahead, Brett.
Ryan, we're headed down Highway 61 here in Mississippi. We are not going to cross the river to Louisiana. I repeat, not going to cross the river. These storms are moving at rocket pace, 60 to 70 miles an hour to our west. They're moving in our general direction. We're going to head down Highway 61 here and go toward Port Gibson. The tornado-warned storm north of Alexandria coming out of Colfax headed toward Gina is on a collision course with Port Gibson. We're going to try to get down here into some of the better air, man. It feels very stable, very cool and stable right now across portions of Mississippi, but that'll change immediately ahead of the line. Seeing some lightning on some of these little cells out front too. So we're going to watch those, travel a little further south, get ourselves in a better position for these things as they come in. I'll ping you if I see anything, and if you need me, ping me back.
All right. Thank you, Brett Adair. How was that volume? Yeah, everyone outside of Louisiana needs, yeah, I know. I'm not saying that the town name's right. And the daggone, the whole purpose of YALLBOT was to have somebody help me with that, and it's completely useless in that realm as well. YALLBOT.
Hey there. How can I assist you today?
The town in Louisiana, Boyce, how do you say that?
It's pronounced Boise. For the city of Boise, Louisiana.
Is that right, chat?
Anything else you'd like to know? Oh, my apologies for any confusion. Boise, Louisiana is actually pronounced Boise. Thanks for catching that.
What the heck was that about? So Brett was really loud? Okay. I'll fix that. Gosh. See, it's completely useless for pronouncing stuff. What? Jeff, thank you for the very generous super chat. Says Ryan, I can't believe Northern Illinois is not getting any snow yet. I do enjoy the live stream as always. Thanks for crushing the weather reports, Jeff. Thanks for being so nice. Everybody say shout out to Jeff. But yeah, I hope you get snow. If you want snow, it sounds like you want snow. So it is just Boyce. It's not Boise. See, so like that's why I've completely stopped asking it for town pronunciations, and now I just tell it to do stuff on the map, which that's kind of cool. If I'm looking somewhere else and I don't have time to interact with the UI. By the way, there's still a tornado warning up here for Pollock. That's going to be Grant and LaSalle parishes in Louisiana, but the rotation has backed off a little bit. Let me see if this works. Hold on. Reset view. Didn't work. Reset view. Reset view. Oh, yeah.
How can I help you next?
Thank you. I'm trying to figure out like how to make that more useful. The goal is to be able to get information out as fast as possible and like use my brain only for that, right? Rather than having to worry about all these buttons and settings and, you know, information coming in and all that stuff. We're not there yet, but we're working on it. By the way, yeah, we're zoomed out here. Lots of people have been asking me to zoom out. This is what we're looking at. All of the little markers you see over here, the D's and the G's and the H's, that's damage, wind gusts, and hail. The little red dots are storm chasers. And if you notice, all the storm chasers are over here. Why? Is it because they're bad at storm chasing and they missed the storm? No, it's because they think that these storms are going to get much worse as they come over here. So if you live over there near these storm chasers, you should probably pay attention. Yeah, you guys thought they were just bad? Well, some of them are. But the reason they're over there is because they're waiting on the storms to come to them. I still don't have a good handle on how you guys pronounce that. Virginia, thanks for being here for 29 months. If you're just now tuning in, we've got ourselves a major severe weather outbreak ongoing right now. We are in between tornado warnings. We've still got one, but we are waiting on an update for it. We've got 23 minutes left on this tornado warning for Pollock in Louisiana. That's in LaSalle and Grant Parish in Louisiana. So, you know, stay in your safe spots, but the rotation has gotten a little bit less concerning looking, I guess. So that's good news. LaSalle. Gotcha. LaSalle. You guys are just trolling me now. And like this happens every time, and you guys have probably heard me talk about this before, but whenever I say something like Boise, half of the people from Boise are saying that it's called Boise. The other half are saying that it's called Boise. So you're all wrong. You don't even know. So don't make fun of me. Come to an agreement. Yeah, and some people are saying Boise, boys. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. That's what matters at the end of the day. That's what I'm here for, right? Is to tell you where the storms are. You know whether I'm saying it the way you say it or not. You know. So, job well done, Ryan. Yeah, that's probably. I'm actually. That's not a bad idea. I'll just start asking Y'allbot every time that I'm not sure, and then if Y'allbot's wrong, that's on Y'allbot. All right. Severe thunderstorm warning's about to expire here for Winfield. It's not going to last much longer for you guys, but we do have some potentially strong winds coming into Jenna, Louisiana, and then also up here towards Clarkson, Columbia. Y'all get ready. It looks like maybe potentially up to 70-mile-per-hour winds are getting ready to move in right now. All right, come on, make this work. Take me to that most recent severe thunderstorm warning. There's another new one right here. Severe thunderstorm warning just came out for Rayville and Winnsboro. 60-mile-per-hour winds, maybe some small hail over the next hour or so. Shane, thanks for becoming a high risker. Appreciate you. And yeah, so let's just take a quick moment and analyze the radar here. We have multiple prefrontal cells starting to get their act together. So I'm very concerned about these storms that are popping up between Lake Charles and Lafayette, moving up towards Opelousas, Cottonport. This is going to be a pretty dangerous storm if things keep evolving this way. So make sure you guys are ready up here in southwest Mississippi, especially for the upcoming potential problems that we're going to be having here, as these storms are likely going to be discrete for a period of time, and they could cause strong tornadoes. We've got a 10% hatch risk for a reason. That means that there's a 10% probability that we see tornadoes capable of producing EF2 or greater damage. Alan, thanks for the 5 gifted. Thank you, DH Heavy Metal. Little Rock safe. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Peak activity is probably going to be between 3 and 7 p.m., I would say.
I'm probably about to end the live stream, guys, and come back later because apparently, obviously,
yep, there
I
is
started the live
an
stream
embedded
too early.
supercell structure heading into the town of Alexandria right now. I don't know, Chandra, are these traffic cameras from Alexandria, or are those still down? I'm not hearing anything in my ear. I don't know if you're talking or not.
I've got 3 hours.
I've got my eye on stream text.
Possible all hell breaks loose. So man, might as well take a break.
Okay, so we've got some cameras in Alexandria. We'll show you here as the storm comes in. But I do think it's important to highlight this.
I went to bed after 1 and got
because
up
the
at
storm's going to be really strong as it comes through Alexandria.
Didn't get much sleep last night, so man.
And Chandra, if you can maybe fill all of the bottom row. Sure, yeah. All right, yeah, here we go. So the storm's coming into Alexandria right now. It's going to be pretty strong. Once again, potentially up to 70-mile-per-hour winds, starting on the west side.
Hell with this.
And then moving over closer to places like Shady Oaks and Green Gables. So we'll be able to watch it come through here on the HazCam number 11. And then we also are going to see it come in on the radar and through our traffic cameras. So if I can remember how to switch those. Yeah, there we go. So if you're in Alexandria, one of the places where the winds are starting to pick up right now, that's going to be like around where the state police office is. Next in line would be near the behavioral center. the healthcare center there to the south of town. Places like Grand Theater 14 are in line to get some of the stronger winds here over the next little bit. All the way over towards the Pineville police station, and everywhere in between. This includes the towns of Pineville, Shady Oaks, Green Gables, and Paradise. Get ready for damaging winds, as this is it's a pretty strong storm. 70 mile per hour considerable winds possible as it goes through Alexandria here. We've got some similar winds moving through Clarks and Ola right now, going towards Jenna. And I believe there's a Hazcam there too, Chandra. I don't know if there's a reason to not use those. Like, just like use whatever we've got. And Corey Gherkin is also still out in front of these storms, waiting for them to get closer to the area between Winsboro and Wisner. So we've got you covered out here around Rayville and Winsboro. I know we've got some people watching over here. And further downstream, the storms are getting closer and closer to the Mississippi, Louisiana border. Not quite there yet, but we've got lots of storm chasers over there near Vicksburg. So we've got you covered over there as well. Tornado warning is still in effect for areas south and west of Jenna, Louisiana. Rotation's less impressive, though, so that's good news. But, like, the Hazcams there in Jenna is pointing right towards where the rotation would be. Gina.